Last week, we hiked the Polish Tatras through rain and thunderstorms. This week, Slovakia gave us sunshine, empty trails, and jaw-dropping views. But is it really better? This is part 2 of our Polish versus Slovak Tatra series. We spent several days hiking both sides of the border to compare trails, difficulty, views, and overall vibe. The weather played a big role, but it didn't tell the whole story. So today, we're deep in the Slovak side to see how it stacks up.
Okay, so as we close out our last day here in Slovakia, the big question is, what's better, the Polish Tatras or the Slovakian Tatras?
All right, so we're literally about to cross the border. The river here is the border for Slovakia and Poland. And we're in Slovakia. It's official.
So far it looks the same to me. No difference. There was literally no border control of any kind. It was just sort of zip in and we're in.
Yeah. We've only been here for a day, but it's moving day because they were able to upgrade us to a room with a beautiful mountain view and it has a shower. So this is our new apartment. We have a much bigger dining space. It's a little more separated from the kitchen too, which is also very, very nice. It looks like it's upgraded from the place we were in. It even has like a little convection oven over here, which we did not have in our last spot. Gorgeous living room, really nice bedroom. And we have a balcony here too, which has a really great view, not just overlooking the parking lot and traffic, but we have a mountain view. Look, a shower, an actual shower. So this is super nice. We're paying less than $800 US for 5 nights to stay in this hotel. For all of this, like to have like this nice big apartment, and that includes breakfast every morning, which I think is a really good deal, especially here in Europe. So it's our first day here in Slovakia in the Tatras, and we're gonna take the chairlift up to Skalnaté Pleso. It's kind of like halfway going up the mountain. There's a ton of hikes in that area, and we're gonna check some of those out today. So this will be interesting. Unfortunately, we couldn't go all the way to the top today. The tickets were for Mount Lomnický were sold out all weekend. So we're able to do that, luckily, our last day here. But we'll go halfway up. I think it's still gonna be spectacular. We made it in our little bucket.
Yeah, 2 tickets up and down, 66 euros. So
For both of us,
yeah, total.
It's not terrible. It is much more expensive to go all the way to the top to Mount Lomnický. It's like, we paid like 170 euros for those up and down tickets, so a little more pricey. Big one.
It's not busy today, so we can get our own car, but normally you'd probably get 8-10 people in these things.
Easily. These are huge. The other ones are like 2 to 4 people max. We made it. Now this is one of the most visited parts of the High Tatras. I think probably because it's so easily accessible. You don't have to climb up here to be able to access all of this, which is really nice. And it's not super challenging like the hikes in this area, except for if you want to try to go up to that. Right there.
Oh, it's chilly up here.
It is, yeah. Windy.
What a view from up here. We both just said this has given us flashbacks from the other day, from all the rock climbing and stairs.
All the rock steps. My knee was so torn up at the end of that. Our feet were torn up. That was a challenging day. And we're like finally starting to walk normal.
Just as we're feeling better. Here we go again.
Back at it again.
So different mountain, same result. Rocks everywhere. But you can't beat the view. It is absolutely spectacular up here, and it couldn't be a better day. With no rain in sight.
We've officially started training for an epic bucket list hike coming up in just a few weeks. Any ideas where we'll be? Drop it in the comments.
So we're up in this rock garden. It's I think about 29,000 feet up here. It's really high, really cold. We need oxygen.
It's amazing how much easier it is coming back because the perspective is so different this way than looking out that way. So much easier for me.
Pretty place for wedding pictures.
Well, that was a really nice hike.
Well, it's a beautiful day.
So we decided to kind of stop in the middle of the hike because the whole thing was basically through like rock gardens, and we were hoping to kind of like get up to the top of the mountain area, but I don't necessarily know that there was a trail to do that where we were.
Once we got up to that sort of a parallel line around the mountain, as opposed to switchbacking our way up, we need more of the elevation as opposed to going around the mountain. We do need hike time, but we'll figure that out. But we just we weren't gaining any elevation, so it wasn't necessarily a big benefit to us to keep going. And so we did start feeling a little more from the past hike, our feet and stuff. So it was a good day to have a short hike. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. The fields are alive
With the sound of music.
Beautiful.
Isn't that lovely?
It is. So after a relaxing afternoon, we are now headed out to find some local cuisine. We are both starving.
Yes, because we basically didn't have lunch earlier. We just had like snacks up on the mountaintop, and and that's it. So, oh,
I'll have that removed later.
Have that removed.
That's it right there.
cool. It's super close.
We found it 950 feet away from the hotel.
I love little towns like this for that very reason, because you can literally walk to everything that you need.
So dinner was a nice success, a very tasty salad for Nina and a hearty chicken dish for myself. Very good. Definitely would go back there.
I would totally go back. Yeah, they call it modern European cuisine. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Seems very Slovakian to me. There's a lot of crossover between what we saw on the menu there and what's on the restaurant menu at our hotel. But it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And it was very, reasonably priced. We came back to Stary Smokovec today. Not for laundry this time, but to do a little shopping, and there's supposed to be a wine festival in town today, which is really, really good timing on our part because I had no idea and that did not go into my planning. First stop, pharmacy, because I am just not really getting better. Next stop is Intersport to see if I can get some new boots that don't create blisters on my toes, because I seem to have that problem with my current boots. So these look like ladies' boots, maybe. First pair I tried on, I think we have a winner.
I sold her on the Saliwa version because that's what I have. So, and it worked out really well.
I can already tell they're so much better than my other boots were. My feet are so much happier with me right now.
And we're gonna test them out tomorrow morning because we're going up the mountain this time, not down. So what do you do at the Slovakian wine festival? Have a beer.
For me, Prosecco.
Cheers.
Saluto. That is a good Prosecco. I like my wine with bubbles. So what's cool about the wine festival here is that it's not like, all the vendors are not in the same place. They're all scattered all over town. There's like 40 vendors and 30 gastro pubs that are involved. And you just kind of pop in all over the place, which I think is very different and unique.
Yeah, and it's busy.
Very.
It's obviously a big deal here today, and it's a beautiful day, so you know it's a perfect day to come out. All the hikers are coming off the mountains with their backpacks and their poles, and they're hitting the wine and the beer and the
grabbing
food.
A bottle of wine. Yeah, exactly. So I think it's really cool. And we didn't plan on being here for this. We had no idea. We just saw the flyer at our hotel and thought, wow, that's lucky.
Yeah.
So I'm just really glad we got to experience it.
Yeah, it's very cool. Cool vibe. Really glad we're here.
I love it. And there's music everywhere.
Yeah. We're hearing authentic local music, and we're also hearing this guy who's singing American music over our shoulder here.
Really funny. I have to say, the guy that's singing the American songs, he's great, but I like hearing the local Slovakian music. I think it's just, like when we're traveling, that's what we want. We want to like, you know, just be like submerged in that culture, and like getting to hear local music is part of that. So I love it. Že to hudobníci a my nepijeme, všetci ľudia vravia. Ale nemajú také
Promise.
Láska je strašne bohatá, láska tá všetko sľúbi.
We're headed back to the cable car this morning to go part of the way up, and then we're gonna hike the rest of the way up and take the cable car back down. I love that we are staying like 5 minutes from this cable car. Makes everything just so easy and convenient. Does it feel a little like deja vu?
All right, so just to reiterate the plan here, we are going to the first stop of this gondola, and we could go all the way to the top like we did the other day, but we're just gonna go to this first stop. We're gonna get out, we're gonna hike up to, what's the place called? All the way up?
Pleso.
Yeah.
So all the way up is Mount Lomnický, and we have tickets for that tomorrow. But we're going up to Sklenate Pleso, which is the lake that we were at a couple days ago.
Yeah, and this is a long hike from this particular stop all the way up to Sklenate Pleso. It's like walking up a black diamond, because this is a ski resort. So we're walking up the trail, or the ski run, but it's steep, and
it is steep.
It's gonna be challenging. I think a couple hours or maybe even 3 hours to get up the top. We'll see. All right, here we go. I'm already tired.
Me too. Is it too late to turn back?
Yep.
Take the bucket all the way up and then walk down?
It is too late. Think of the end goal. I'm not talking about today.
already in my new hiking boots, and I can tell you already, these are some of the best boots I've ever worn. I think Sliwa makes easily some of the best hiking boots ever. These things are awesome.
This hike is really great. Great views, but the flies, man, I feel like Pigpen from Charlie Brown.
That guy! Swan!
As soon as we stop, we get covered up, and some are biting flies. Not very pleasant. So we started all the way down there, and our final destination is just over this hill right here in front of us.
We're close. I think the worst is over.
Because it has some steep terrain right here.
Yeah. I mean, I've had to take breaks like every 15 minutes just to catch my breath a little, because it is steep.
This is the first cafe that you come to on the walk. Cute little place to stop and get a little snack and a drink if you want.
We found the perfect snack spot.
They got these wooden recliner benches. I think there's 3 of them on this side right next to the big cafe and the restaurant. And yeah, so it took us 2 hours, right at 2 hours, with plenty of breaks. We didn't hoof it up the mountain by any means.
No, but we didn't take, like, our breaks were like a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe I took like 1 or 2 that were a few minutes, but
yeah, because every time we stopped, we'd be inundated by hordes of flies.
like horse flies, and they were literally biting us.
Yeah, so you just had to keep moving and
Yeah.
try to find the wind, because that helped quite a bit. So we'll give all the statistics when we get a chance. We get a look at Nina's watch to tell you what our, it was just over 1.5 miles up here.
It was 1.5 miles. It was almost, yeah, it was 1.47 miles, so 1.5 miles.
Yeah.
But it's straight up.
Yeah.
There's very little that's like flat. It's not until you get to the very top that it flattens out for a second, then you go up a little further and then you're there. So
Yeah, it's all vertical.
challenging.
So figure out what the vertical climb was from the first gondola stop till here. A lot of good exercise, good hike time. Yeah, I'd do it again. Congratulations.
We did it.
All right, we're all the way back down, heading back to our hotel, and we figured out that it was 2,000 feet of vertical during that hike. So a really good hike, very steep. You know, I'd recommend it. It's really great.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. Well, it's beginning to feel a little like deja vu, but today the difference is we are going all the way to the top, up the way up to Slovakia's second highest peak, Mount Lomnický. Oh, what is that?
It's a keg carrier. Looks like a Sherpa in the Himalayas. Tu jak je ten žľab teraz.
we made it to the top.
It was a struggle. Hours and hours of hiking and climbing, spelunking. No, the cable car was great.
Yes, it is. We figured out why it's so hard to get tickets too, because there's literally one cable car that comes up like once every 20 minutes. And so they like cram like 15 people in one little bucket, and that's it. So it's a limited capacity up here, which is nice because there's, you know, not a ton of room to walk around. But you know, now we know why it's so important to get your tickets in advance.
Yeah, and you got a 360 view of all of Slovakia and Poland from here.
Yeah.
So it's really stunning. I mean, really beautiful to come up here. So it's expensive, but it's worth coming up here.
100% worth it. Yeah, totally recommend it.
So other than taking amazing photographs from a 360 viewpoint, you can come in here and there's a little cafe where you can get some snacks and drinks.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people enjoying some mountaintop Prosecco and beer at the moment. I'm tempted. But I know our number's gonna be called to get back on the gondola to go back down soon, so I don't wanna like have something have to slam it, so we'll hold off today. But it's really nice that you can do that up here, and what a great spot for a drink or a little snack. We even got some new subscribers up here. So thank you to all of our new Slovakian friends. You guys are awesome. You totally made our day.
Okay, so as we close out our last day here in Slovakia, the big question is, what's better, the Polish Tatras or the Slovakian Tatras?
So the answer is they're both amazing. We literally split the time evenly between both places. We did 5 nights, 4 full days, and we picked towns to stay in both sides that, you know, are popular and have all the things that you could possibly need. So let's start with Poland. What makes Poland so incredible? The town of Zakopane is amazing. It's a fantastic little town. It's very vibrant. You literally have everything you could possibly ever want or need there. There's a lot of stuff to do in the area as well, which I think makes it really fantastic. And I think what I really liked about the Polish Tatras, maybe more so than the Slovakian Tatras, is the variety of different types of trails. There's a lot of easy, moderate, and more challenging trails on the Polish side. That being said, we absolutely love the Slovakian side of the Tatras as well. The mountain is definitely a little bit more challenging, or the mountains are a little more challenging over on this side. So if you're looking for something that's a little more of a rugged hike, then this is definitely a side you'd want to come to. The town that we've stayed in is Tatranská Lomnica. This is the best town, I think, to stay in because we have immediate access to the gondola to go up the mountain. So tons and tons of stuff over here. Now the next town over, Stary Smokovec, is also a fantastic option. They have a lot of really great little restaurants, beautiful hotels, really good shopping. They had the laundry.
A lot of climbing gear.
Gear.
Yeah, for both towns, a lot of climbing gear, a lot of hiking stores for all the necessary gear you might need while you go hiking. So both towns are great.
So it really kind of depends on what your interests are. But, you know, for us, we loved both the Polish and Slovakian Tatras equally. And it definitely suited kind of all of our interests, especially doing both of them together. And it was very easy. Driving over from the Polish side to the Slovakian side took less than an hour. Highly recommend also coming in mid-June. All the trails open up around June 15th on both sides. So you probably don't want to come before that because some stuff might be cut off still. But if you come around June 15th, it's not as crowded. The weather is fantastic and all the mountains are opened up. And I think that the Tatras are probably the most underrated mountains in all of Europe.
Yeah.
I think they get overshadowed a lot.
Yep, they're stunning. Stunningly beautiful. And we absolutely love it here.
We're coming back. So book your trip to the Tatras, whether you go to Poland or Slovakia. You will love it.
The laughter that kept me alive. I said, hold on.